Welcome to another episode of Striker's Best Bets. Piere, are you keeping well? We haven't spoken for a while.
Yeah, very well. Obviously, trying to keep an eye on the July, the World Cup soccer. Staying in touch, and hopefully we can help the punters, give them a clearer idea. I'm not telling you how to have a bet, but gives you an idea of the thinking and all the positives and negatives.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, there's been a lot of activity on the World Cup from a betting perspective. I just want to run through the betting quickly, if I may. Outright winners. France is now the favorite, 4-1. Spain has drifted to 6-1. England, who won last night 4-2. It really was a nice game. It was a good game. 6-1. Argentina, who won, I think they won 3-1. They had 8-1. Portugal, I wasn't impressed with last night against the DRC. They've gone 9-1. Brazil 10-1. Germany 15-1. Netherlands 20-1. Norway 25-1, and then it's 40-1 and upwards, the balance. So there's been a lot of activity. I also want to give you the betting, if I may, give our viewers the betting to reach the final. So they're betting 27-10 France, just under 7-2 Spain, 15-4 England, 4-1 Portugal, 5-1 Argentina, 11-2 Brazil, 13-2 Germany, 19-2 Netherlands, 13-1 Norway. So there has been a lot of activity, as I've said. The first lot of betting was to lift the cup, and the second lot of betting is to reach the final. It's been great.
Is your choice still England?
At heart, yes. I know that Bafana, in my heart, I wish Bafana win tonight, and hopefully they can get through to the next round. But my choice is England, and I was ultra impressed with Argentina the other night. So my dark horse is Argentina, and I'm thanking England home, obviously.
So I'm not a soccer funny at all, but in what I've seen and what I've heard and read, also I've gone England and Argentina. It's
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And I'm most certainly not a soccer fundy. I've been backing every draw in sight because I just make it hard. So I'm looking for value. So I've been backing every draw in sight. But last night I did back England because obviously I support England, and I backed Argentina the other evening. Let's get on to July betting, because there's been more horses that have been eliminated, as you well know. I just want to get to the July betting. There's been...
Who are the big ones that have come out?
What came out the other day? Was it Inflame? It's just come out.
Okay, I didn't think he was more like a Gold Cup horse, eh?
100%. And I think that's where Candice and Tammy will aim him now for the Gold Cup. But let's go through the betting. They're betting 33-10 Star Major. They're betting 15-4 Note to Self. There's been movement there. They're betting 9-2 Wishlist. They're betting 15-2 Happy Verse. They're betting 8-1 Regulation. 16-1 Legal Counsel, Gladiatorian, Native Ruler, Viva's Liberté, which is Craig Zaki's mount. 18-1 Mocha Blend. There's been a lot of talk in this week about Mocha Blend. They're betting 20-1 about Zaitz. If Zaitz gets a run, Piere, on that last run, the big runner, and there's been massive talk for Isi Vivani at 33-1. So that's in a nutshell, that's how they're betting.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously for those people who don't watch this podcast every week, I'm still leaning towards Wish List. I still think that she has beaten the Colts before and at Kenilworth. Her last win, she just got up, but the race didn't work out for her, and she still managed to win. I'm still saying Star Major, big runner, but my concern, and I was on a TV show with Kabila Matsuyana, and he told me that Star Major can pull quite hard. So the jockey, whoever rides it, cannot place the horse. If you try and place it, it will run away. It will fight the whole way. So that's a disadvantage. And that means you're going to have to drop him out to last or right at the back. Will he be able to get there? That's my concern. I've found a horse that's right in the play, and it looks like he's prepped for this race. Happy Verse. If you go and turn over and weights, and he's got one of the lighter weights for the 3-year-olds. It brings him right into play, and it looks like he's right. His running style is made for Greyville. He'll be there about. And then I found a real roughie. I keep studying for. Remember, I found Regulation went off it because of its last run. Last week, I found Native Ruler,
You did.
which ended up winning. But I'm feeling like the weight's a little bit too close to this top weight. I don't like the 62 kilos, 61.5 kilos.
Well, the top weight is now legal counsel, Pierre.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
now become legal counsel.
Yeah, and was legal counsel ever going to be good enough to carry top weight and win it? I don't think so. I mean, the top weights were going to be Steer again and 8 on 18. He's
Absolutely.
now. So I had a chat to Sean Terry. We had breakfast at Drunkies Fontaine in the week. And I was asking him about the weights. Because remember, the top weight used to be 60 and bottom weight 54. So it's a 6 kilogram from top weight to bottom.
Now it's 10 kilos.
Yeah, now it's gone to 62 kilograms. So the top horses are at a disadvantage. So by 2 kilos, they are carrying 2 kilos heavier. Obviously, the other horses go up accordingly, the 2 kilos. But the horses that are now coming at under 54 kilograms are now at a benefit because they would have had to carry 54. Now they're carrying less. So, and the 3-year-olds, they obviously 57 kilogram was always like where about see it again carried and 8 on 18. And if those top weights now carry extra 2 kilograms, they are 2 kilos worse off. It's 2 lengths. And those horses only just got beaten in the July. So I still think it favors the 3-year-olds even more now. And those horses, the older horses, 4 or 5-year-old, that are under the 54 kilograms, because now it's benefiting them even more. And I found a horse called Phil Marshall. If you go back on his form, he's a youngish type of horse. Turnover and weights, he's under the radar. Wow, he's I think he's 75 to 1. So
that's a big price.
Yeah, there's my next roughie. But we'll talk as we go into
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Next start call, and we obviously hear more from the trainers and the jockeys.
Yeah, which is great. So just to let our viewers know, and we've discussed the card call. The card call is happening in Durban on the 28th of June, the Sunday before the Hollywood Bets Durban July. Our guest is James Crawford, who saddles the favourite Star Major in the race. It'll be great to catch up with him. We're only previewing 2 races, and we offering extended prices on the 2 races, which is the Garden Province and obviously the July. So there's great value to be had, and there's going to be a lot of insight, especially from people like you that have ridden and have won the July numerous times. You know what it takes to win a race of this nature. We were discussing Star Major earlier, where Cabello said that he pulls a lot. I agree. But probably and possibly that's why Michaela Michelle
has become
jump.
Yeah.
Okay, she leaves him alone and she lets him do his own thing. And he picks them up at Greyville. The extra distance, I think, will suit him down to the ground. It will give him more time to build, in my opinion. He's got to be a big runner. He really has got to be a big runner.
On ability and form, he's definitely probably like the best 3-year-old now from his last 2 wins. But like I said earlier, my concern is a bigger field, because now if he's sitting last in a 10-horse field, maybe going to be 8 lengths, 7 lengths maximum behind. In an 18-horse field, 15 lengths behind. Will he be able to make it up?
Well, in all due respect, the way he's been finishing, yes, I think he will be able to make it up because he's been motoring home. But that's my opinion. It's going to be an interesting July because all your big guns, all your hot shots are now gone.
Yeah.
So now it's your 8 and 18s and your Seed Agains, they're all out the race. So now it becomes a different ball game. Anyway, not long to go, Pierre. We got 2 weeks.
Yeah,
just
exciting.
over 2 weeks. Very exciting. You're going to be down there with our VVIPs. You and your beautiful wife will be entertaining our VVIPs in a marquee across the track. I'm not going to tell the guys where you're going to be because you'll be bombarded, but you're going to have an absolute ball. We're previewing Greyville on Saturday. We thought we'd stay with it. There's no local racing, as in Johannesburg racing this weekend. There is a feature in Durban this weekend at Greyville again, and I believe that this is the last season that this is going to happen, is that it's on turf and poly again this weekend. So we're going to obviously preview the Barpot PA Big Six. Let's start with the Barpot. It's the second race. It's over 1,200 meters, and it's on the poly, and they are betting 7-2, number 7 Tara Star, 9-2, number 2 Buddy Boy, 5-1, number 3 Hath Highway to the Sky, 13-2, number 8 Fortress of Fire, 15-2, number 9 Magic Surprise, 8-1, numbers 4 Silver Tudor, and 5 Black Frost and Kalahari Roller, and 15-1 bar.
Yeah, this is not a handicap, so certain horses are better off at the weights. I've tried to cut it down to what I think, because it's a tricky little race. You can see these also got form, good form. They can easily come into play. But I've cut it down to the 3, Hath Highway to the Sky, and the favorite number 7, Tara Star. On poly, from what I've noticed before, ridden before, you can sort of get away with a baddies draw. I don't know why, even though you give away, ground by being drawn wider out. I think it's maybe because by running off the inside track, the going's not it's quite nice racing off the rail, if I can say it. So even though Tara Star's drawn 7, I think she's the one to beat with the 3.
Yeah, we just got to realize that the poly has been running quick at Greyville. So these horses that have been going to the front have been running the opposition off their feet and staying on. Let's move on to race 3, which is the first leg of the place accumulator, also on the poly. They are betting 22-10, number 4 Hat's Queen, 5-2, number 3 Fine Wine. There was a lot of talk and a lot of money for it last time out. 3-1, number 2 Blizzard Boy. From the Lucinda Woodruff stable, she had 2 winners and a second yesterday, I think. She's banging form. They're betting 5-1 Prince of Troy, and 8.5-1 number 8 African Dusk, and 15-1 and better the rest.
Yeah, same applies here. It's not a handicap. Some also are better weighted. Obviously, I favour those horses because they run according to that form. But and also taking the draw into account, I've included 3 horses here for the bar pot just because it's I think it's a bit tricky. So I've put the 2 in Blizzard Boy, drawn well, 3-year-old, just got beat last time. On the up, I put the 3 in, Fine Wine. I know she's a 5-year-old mare already, but yeah, form's quite solid with a good draw. And then 5 Prince of Troy, who's also a 3-year-old, looks like he's more up and coming. You know, these younger horses have got more scope for improvement. So I've put the 2, the 3, and the 5 in.
Yeah, Garth Poller, another stable that's banging form. Like they've been just churning out the winners. My fancy, which I would include as Hex Queen, best weighted in the race. First time on Polly, last time out.
I was just run for a year. But I
That's the
suppose,
only problem I was just about to say.
but I suppose travel all the way from Joburg to Durban if the horse wasn't ready.
Exactly, that's my point. So he hasn't run in, or she hasn't run in a year, but it was a crack run behind Queen Amina. And Tony Peter wouldn't be taking her down all the way down to Durban on a float because he thinks that she needs a holiday.
Yeah. And she
So I would put her in.
only got beaten 2.5 lengths by Fiery Pegasus. That's future race material.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, just the fact that they persisted with her, and they looked after her for a year. I've got to say something. I mean, she's a 3-time winner. I would be putting her in. So for me, I agree with you. 2, 3, and 5. I'd just be adding the 4 into the bar pots. Let's move on to the onto the 4th race, first leg of the pick 6. We now switch to turf, where they are betting 5-2, number 10, Water Hyacinth, 28-10, number 11, Owner of Creation, 33-10, number 4, Liz Hurley, 5-1, number 1, Anything But Love, 9-1, number 6, Dog Soldier, and 14-1, and better the rest.
Wow. This is a weak maiden race. Some of them don't have merit rating, but even so, normally also has to have 2 or 3 runs before you get a merit rating, because that's only when you can assess the handicapper can assess. So some of these don't have merit rating, but the ones that have raced have got, like for instance, the favorite Water Hyacinth has got a 68 merit rating. That is weak. A decent maiden has got around 80 merit rating. Then you know this is a maiden that's won or very soon to win, and in a weak field, it's almost a good thing. But the 68 merit rating is quite low. Also, Water Hyacinth drawn quite badly. I went on form grids. Not many winners coming out of the form. I know she did run 3rd and then 4th the last start. I've gone a little bit wider. I found the 1 Anything But Love, but in saying that as well, looks like quite a bit of a handful for the jockey, because last time slow, pulled, okay, was balked, so not a bad run. But it looks like it's a problem horse. But drawn 1, if it behaves, should be right there. The other horse I found, my first pick is number 4, Liz Hurley. Has been beaten not too far, but I think on form grids tells me there's some stronger form in Liz Hurley's form line than the other horses. But so if you want to go wider, then maybe put in the 6 as well, Dog Soldier. Also similar form line, which to me looks like it is a stronger form line of these horses that are lightly raced, could turn the form around quite easily. But I'm going to go 1, 4, and 6.
Very, very hard race. I echo your sentiments. This was Water Hyacinth. as a rated 68. As you said, a normal maiden will be around about the 80s. She's drawn in the bush, shows owner of creation number 11. That's already on the drift from 22 to 10 to 28 to 10. Also drawn 11. And I've been for this also on numerous occasions, Piere, and I just find that he gets up to them and then he starts plodding. And I mean, he's had 30 cracks at winning his maiden.
Yeah.
And
That's I'm with you in this. I'm going to rather look at something that's got scope for improvement. Likely race that are on the up, not horses that 25 goes.
absolutely. And, a horse like number 5, Arkadin, who's at 14 to 1. Garth Puller's in form. The apprentice, Moshe Heb is in form. Had 2 winners yesterday I think it was for Glenn Cotson, one for Garth, I think, and one for Glenn Cotson. That last one wasn't a shocking run.
Okay.
I mean, 5.5 lengths of Bison Warrior. In this type of field, okay, this is the type of horse that could improve. So for me, I'm playing as wide as what my budget would allow.
Well, then now I think you've helped me now to find a banker. You said Mossaheb had 2 winners yesterday.
Absolutely.
And I've got to go large somewhere. So my next race is Mossaheb. Let's see. Now, okay, let's see the betting.
Right, let's go. Race 5, also on the turf, over a mile. It's an open maiden. They are betting very open race, where you want a banker. 7 to 2, number 5, Tears of the Sun. 9 to 2, number 10, Queen of the Air. 5 to 1, number 4, Happy Hooves. 11 to 2, number 8, Valley Girl. 10 to 1, number 6, Anime. 10 to 1, number 7, Sweet Faye. 11 to 1, number 2, America First. 12 to 1, and better the rest.
Okay, so the horse I was talking about is number 1, Choctaw Ridge. Is that out now?
Oh, no, that's 13 to 1. Beautiful. There's just a form update, Piere.
Yeah.
The horse ran yesterday.
Yeah.
The horse ran sixth, 3 lengths off Amphrathite, which was Garth Puller's other horse in the race, owned by Gerald and Karen Khalil.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if this horse is going to run now, but I'm going to go with the 1, Choctaw Ridge, just because of other horses' form being so weak. And this one, I'm not saying this one is strong. I'm just saying it's thereabout. Drawn 1, claiming 4. The experience must help. And you know what? 1600, you're right on the bend. You jump away on the bend. That's a huge advantage. So I'm going to put the 1 in. And the other horse I found was the 7, just because of scope for improvement, Sweet Faye. I know it over-raced its first start. Now it's second start over 1600, so that could be an issue. Maybe we should put the 5 in then, Tears of the Sun, just as a safer bet, if you know what I mean, instead of
100%.
Yeah, so maybe let's put the 1 and the 5 in rather than the 1 and the 7. It's just such a weak race. I mean, of the horses that have run, once again, wow. The top or the best handicapped horse in this race, Valley Gal. She's got a meta rating of 62. She's drawn 8. 5-year-old mare in a month and a half's time. She's 6. How much weaker can they get? So I'm once again going to go for a lightly raced horse, or horses that are on the up.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. This race is an absolute minefield, and just the fact that it's an open maiden tells you that it is a minefield. I mean, there's horses here that are having 20. This horse, Valley Gal, is having its 20th run. My concern with Valley Gal is that Rachel Venica has got first choice, it looks like, with Douglas Campbell, and she's jumped ship, and she's riding Magical Spring for
Yeah.
Frikkie Greyville. But drawn worse at 11. Very, very open race. Not easy. I'm going to try and put in as many horses as I can in the Papa and the Pick Six. Let's move on to race 6, which is a Group 3 on the turf, the Lucky Fish Winter Filly Stakes. They're betting 15 to 10, number 6, Curious Girl. 7 to 1, 3 to 1, number 7, Gerbera. 11 to 2, number 1, Women's World. 6 to 1, number 3, Plum Pudding. 9 to 1, number 4, Duchess of Paloma. And 14 to 1, Bar the Rest.
Yeah, so once again, this is not a handicap, so certainly also better weighted. The best weighted horse is Gerbera, but in my opinion, the other horses finished so close to her last time. And for instance, I think Women's World, when they met, had quite a bad draw, and now it's drawn 1. So I'm favouring Women's World ahead of Gerbera. The interesting runner here is obviously Curious Girl. She's not well handicapped here, but she's if you look at the July field, also that are still potentially going to run, she's the bottom weight. She's still in the race, so they haven't taken her out. So she has to win this race, and I think she has to win it fairly well to get a penalty where she comes ahead of the other horses to get into the Durban July. So it'll be interesting race. If obviously if they've still got her in the Durban July, they haven't withdrawn her, then they must think a lot of this filly. I'm not so sure of if her form is that strong. That's my worry. In fact, my value in this race is number 5, Hodgepodge. They've met before, and Hodgepodge and the weights turnover, and that should finish ahead of her. But Hodgepodge, number 5, she's a 4-year-old. Curious Girl's a 3-year-old, has more scope for improvement because So you've got to try and bank her somewhere. Maybe take the chance and respect the cock. The thinking of she's a top filly. She's nominated in the July. She's still in the July, and expected to make the improvement and bank her the 6 Curious Girl. But the horse has a lot in her favour as number 1, Women's World. So I'm gonna put the 1 and the 6 in. I'm gonna then drop the 5 Hodgepodge just because I've put so many horses in. Got to cut down somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's Curious Girl or anything. The horse that I like as a value bet is Duchess of Paloma. Michaela Michelle could have ridden a Women's World. She won on it last time. She ran 3rd on it behind Gerbera. I get that she is out at the weights with a horse like Gerbera. She's this horse is carrying Gerbera has dropped a kilo on that last run with Duchess of Paloma, and it beat Duchess of Paloma. I just think that the 2400, I just like the way she finished at Greyville last time. So for me,
was drawn at 11 last time,
and drawn 11 out of 11, ran on nicely. That's my each way bet in the race. But for me, it's got to be Curious Girl because she's got to win, like you said. She's got to win and win it well to get into the Hollywood Bets Durban July. Let's move on to race 7, which is also on the turf, the KwaZulu-Natal Breeders' Mile. They're betting 5-2, number 10, Golden Operator. 4-1, number 3, Clear the Runway. 9-2, number 6, Go Grayson Go. 6-1, number 1, Palace Prince. 7-1, number 5, Soldier's Eye. 8-1, number 8, Amelia's Legacy. And 11-1, and Better the Rest.
Okay. I found my value bet here then. What price is number 1, Palace Prince?
6-1.
6-1. Okay. Well, I think 6-1 is still value. Best handicapped horse, or best weighted horse in the field. Greyville 1600, right on the bend, drawn 1. St. John Grey wouldn't go all the way to Durban for nothing. He doesn't often travel. This is my value. 3-year-old can improve, but you can't disrespect number 6. Go Grayson Go. Solid form. And then the 10, Golden Operator, the favorite. Unfortunately, it's drawn 10. Wow, needs a lot of luck from that draw. I'm not saying it won't get luck. I mean, it might go flat out and you get a position, or it might fly out the gates and get a good position. But last time, jockey something missed, vet nothing detected. Potentially could be something, and it just keeps coming back to me. Number 1, I like number 1. Go Grayson Go last time 2,400. It's coming back to 1,600. So number 1, Palace Prince, my value.
Are you banking that, Piere?
I'm going to bank it. I've got to bank it somewhere. And then
Absolutely. And at the price, great price.
Yeah.
Let's move on to race 8. We're back on the poly, over a mile. They are betting 5-2, number 3, Hats Mambo. 9-2, number 5, Run to Rio. 5-1, number 4, The Gliding Fish. 11-2, number 10, Limitless Sky. 15-2, number 2, Space Mission. And number 8, Mississippi Spice. And 11-1, and Better the Rest.
Okay, so my first choice is number 3, Hats Mambo. Once again, Tony Peter won't travel all the way to Durban for nothing. Last time drawn 8 out of 9, now drawn 3. That helps. Got the form. My other fancy is the 5, Run to Rio, which is actually the second favorite. So those are my 2 fancies. But a horse that I found that could be a dark horse is number 1. Frostbite. Lighty race, only had 3 runs. First start, got beaten by 10 lengths. Awkward, lost 2 lengths. You can forgive a horse for that. The next time it won quite nicely, and then last time out, it lost a length. It was short, coughing. So a lot of excuses. What I'm saying, I'm not saying go and have a bet. I'm just saying maybe just include drawn 1, forgive us last run, lighty race. It could pop up. But I'm probably going to go for the 3 and a 5 and a picture. I'll just load the 1 just in case it does improve out of sight.
This is my bank on the day. I am going for Hats Mambo. First time on the poly, last time was drawn 8 out of 9. Over 1,400. Now it's the mile, drawn 3. Back on the poly. Got Craig Zaki up. Flew last time. I remember the race quite clearly because I backed it last time out at the price. I just thought that 16, 18-1 was tremendous value last time out.
She drifted up.
She drifted off the board. He drifted off the board. I just think that this horse has got everything in his favor. 3rd run after rest. Now drawn 3. Craig Zaki on. I think he's looking for the mile. I'm banking this in all my bets. Let's move on to the last pair, which is also on the poly. Very, very open race. They're betting 9-2, number 5, La Ultimo, and number 7, Paratrooper. 6-1, number 3, Tommy Greeny. 13-2, number 4, Massa Silvano. 7-1, number 8, Misty Metal. 8-1, number 2, Kaapse Klopse. 9-1, number 9, Your Ladyship. 10-1, numbers 1 and 6, Winter in London, Stage 1, and also Indecent Proposal. And we might as well mention the last one, 25-1, number 10, Montclair.
Yo, you're right. This is a tough race. This is a handicap. I mean, let's go. Number 1, Winter in London, 10-1. If you look at its form, it's been having not nice draws. Now it's drawn 1. Unfortunately, I see it's been slow, squeezed out, but it's been short as well. So maybe it's got soundness issues. But what I'm saying is, on the day, the horse is sound, drawn 1, jumps that well, and it's in the race. You know, it can win a race like this. A horse that I would respect a lot is number 3, Tommy Greeny. I don't know how you pronounce it. Last time got beaten 9 lengths, but by Rich Man's World, I think he won by 8.5. You know, the young horse, drawn 3, can improve a lot. But you can go wide. Yeah, I've gone the numbers I've got included here is the 1, the 2, the 3, the 7, and the 11. Obviously you've got to put the favorite in, the 5, but it didn't pop up for me. But you can go wide, yeah, very wide for the pick 6.
I am putting absolute field in the pick 6. I think this race is so open. The form lines of Tommy Greeny have stood up. Kaapse Klopse has done nothing wrong in terms of he's won from 1 course and distance. He's won twice over the distance, carrying 55 kilos. This is so open. Even Winter in London, like you said, excuse me. Even Winter in London, huge runner. For me, this is a field race. I can't find one horse, even 2, 3, 4 horses to say I'm going to narrow it down. I just think that this is way open.
Yeah.
In summary, Pierre, I think this is not an easy race card on Saturday. I think there's a lot of value to be had about certain horses. The betting is still volatile. Obviously, World Sports Betting came out with their betting yesterday. There's been a lot of betting changes already. Obviously, the betting will settle down closer to race day. So the guys need to keep on going online and having a look at the betting. But there's been a lot of betting changes. Just to let our viewers know, Pierre, that we're running a July special where it's a 20% deposit match on your deposit. So hypothetically, if you put in 1,000 Rand, we'll give you 20% of that in free bets. So 200 Rand in free bets, right up to the Vodacom Durban July, which happens on the 4th of July. Up to 40,000 Rand.
So the 200 Rand, you can put on any other horses. It's free.
Either a win or a place, but up to 40,000 Rand. So you can. So if you deposit more than that, okay, once you hit the ceiling of 40,000 Rand in free bets, okay, that's where it stops. So up to 40,000 Rand in free bets. And we're also running another promo, World Cup promo, happens every Monday. If you're a World Sports Betting account holder, log onto your account and go to the penalty kick. It happens once a week. You get 5 cracks at the goal with a goalkeeper, and depending how many goals you score, is how much you get back in free bets. So it's anything from 100 rand, 500 rand, or I think it's 1,000 rand. So if you score 5 goals, okay, you get 1,000 rand in free bets. This happens every week on a Monday. Okay, for the entirety of the World Cup. So great promotions to be had. The 20% deposit match is a must. It gives you a chance of
the 20% match. There's no
so
cap. You can win $500,000, $1 million. There's no cap.
No. So you can only get back 40,000 rand in free bets.
That's your
That's the cap.
Okay. Of winning bet.
No, of free bets. So if you deposit 10,000 rand, we give you 2,000 rand in World Sports Betting gold coins.
Okay.
That 2,000 rand is for your free bets.
But the maximum you can win is 40,000.
No. Up to 40,000 rand is what you get in free bets.
Okay.
You can't get more than 40,000 rand in free bets.
Okay, but if you win, you can win $1 million, $2 million, whatever.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Okay.
It's a cap on how many free bets you can actually get. Great promotion. Great promotion. It gives you a chance to have a bet with no risk.
Exactly. Freebie.
It gives you a chance. Absolutely. So there are some great.
World Sports Betting.
Absolutely. World Sports Betting is the place to be. Guys, don't forget the 28th is the card call. We got Striker'S with us. Warren Lamferno is hosting it. I'll be reading out the prices. And we've got James Crawford, who has got the current July favorite. He'll be with us on the show. It's going to be a great show. It's only going to be an hour. Big stretches on the 2 races, the Garden Province and the Hollywood Bets, Durban July, and a lot of value to be had. Also look out, there's going to be a lot of specials like from now leading into the Hollywood Bets, Durban July. So there's a lot to look forward to on the site.
All right.
And more than that, Pierre, I hope we make money on the weekend so that we got money for the July.
Well, happy punting, and don't forget, the more that you put, the more you get.
Absolutely. And the place to be is World Sports Betting.
100%. Any place.
Absolutely. Pierre, thank you for your time. Happy punting, guys. We'll catch you next week, Thursday, for another episode of Striker's Best Bets.